Hello people, this is KP and I welcome everyone to this video. What's the plan of this video? In this video I will discuss about subnetting in a simple manner and with which I will be explaining one example or solving one problem so that your subnetting concept will be clear. Okay, so let me start. So you might be knowing what is IP. There are some prerequisites like you must know what is an IP, what is network. These things are required. I'm not going to explain those things here. Okay, so there are many categories of IP. So if you talk about IPv4, this is one kind of IP. So this IP is normally limited. Why it is limited? Nowadays we are having almost everywhere IoT. IoT is Internet of Things. Everything is connected to internet. So whatever things that is connected to internet, so that will get an IP for communication purpose. So if everything in the entire world is getting connected to internet, so all the IPv4 will be completed, or I can say finished. There will be no IP left blank, so that we can use for our other purpose. So what's the purpose? How to overcome this challenge? Some methods we have. One is we can use IPv6. Let me change color. I can write. We can use IPv6, and that is the main purpose why IPv6 also come up. Okay. Next thing, use private IP. You can use private IP also. Excuse me for my handwriting, that is not so much good. So I hope you can understand. So what are private IPs? If you talk about class A IP, there are some range, something called 10.0.0.0. I think this is the range for A class. If you talk about B class, I think there is something called 172 dot something something. You can just go to internet and check. And in C class, I think the range starts from 192 dot something something. So this is another way how we can save our IPv4. So the another way to save IPv4 is called subnetting. Let me write here. So by subnetting we can also save some IPv4. So what is the meaning of subnetting? I can say subnetting normally means, suppose this is one of my network. Okay, this is my network. I am writing N by W. Okay, so this is my network. So logically I will be dividing this network into some smaller divisions. Okay, so this will be my subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3. Okay, so these are normally called subnets, and this process is called subnetting. Okay, this thing you got. Now I can what I can say, one thing I need to mention here, if anybody knows, that's well. If you don't know, normally in A class we have something called CIDR. CIDR. CIDR stands for classless inter-domain routing. Let me write classless inter-domain routing. Okay, so this is the full form of CIDR. So normally in IPs, A class IP we put CIDR as 8, and in B class we put as 16, and in C class we put as 24, in this way. Okay, so this 8 or 16 or 24, what it refers. So let me go down in this white screen and let me give some example. So suppose I am taking one IP. Let me expand one IP. Okay, I'm directly getting to the question. Okay, let me first give you the question, and then I will be explaining this concept, what is CIDR and what it shows. Okay, so my question is, let me go with this circle. So this is my router. Okay, what is a router? router is an inter-network device. Whenever there are multiple networks, you need to transfer your data from one network to another network. There we don't need switch. We need switch, but router is the main, which is inter-network device. Okay, so I can take blue color. Here we have one port or interface. Here we have interface. Here we have another interface. Here we have another interface. So a router can connect multiple network. So in this side, there are 4 different network. Okay, so I am assuming you know what is a network. Okay, so my requirement in the question is, here I need to attach some computers. This will be suppose my one lab in my college, and this will be my another lab. There we need some multiple computers. Here also we need some multiple computers. Here also I need some multiple computers. So and the requirement in the question given is the 4 networks should have different network, like each of the network should not collide, and the network IP we have bought or we have got, we have to divide, that is given as 197.10.0.0. okay, and here you have given /24. So this we have only one network, and here suppose we have to accommodate, suppose I am giving here I need 20 computers, here I need 30 computers, here I need 40 computers, here I need 50 computers. Okay, you have to distribute this network into some sub networks so that my IPv4 will not be wasted so much. Okay, so we have to perform here subnetting. So first let me explain you this thing. This is the IP given. Now let me explain you or tell me something about this IP. So you can see IP has something called first field, then we have a dot, then second field we have a dot, then another field we have a dot, then another field. So this is called 1 octet, and it is of 1 byte size, BYTE, and we have 4 octets, so I can write 4 bytes. One IP is of 4 bytes. Okay, and if you know 1 byte equals to 8 bits. Okay, so how many total bits are there? 4 into 8, this much bits. Okay, you might be knowing in computer, let me just increase the size of my white screen. So in computer everything is stored as 1 and 0. Okay, let me just store this IP value. So in my computer, suppose this is my IP. Okay, this is my IP. So this value will not be stored as this 197.10.0.0, nothing like that. It will be stored as, let me show you, there are for first octet there are 8 binary values. So I am putting suppose here dash 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then I am putting a dot, or for differentiating I am just putting like this. Okay, then again 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, again I am putting one differentiator line, then again I am doing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, again I am putting one more line. Here I am putting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is my IP. Okay, and first let me explain you about this only single 1 byte. So where is my cursor? Let me go down. So here I am creating this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So first let me explain about first this 8 place. So this place is called 2 to the power 0. This place is 2 to the power 1. How it works, let me explain. This is 2 to the power 2. Let me go down a bit. And this place is 2 to the power 3. This place is 2 to the power 4. This place is 2 to the power 5. This place is 2 to the power 6. And this place is 2 to the power 7. So if I put here 8 zeros, okay, something like 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, okay. So in this 8 place I am putting all 0, so the decimal value will be 0. Okay, now let me remove this thing. I am just deleting. Okay, so if I put here only 1, okay, 7 zeros, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, and here only I am putting 1. So what will be the decimal value? I am putting this place as 1. So the 2 to the power 0 is 1. Isn't it? Okay. Now suppose here also I am putting 1. Okay, I am putting here 1. So what will be the value? 2 to the power 0. Let me write here 2 to the power 0 plus 2 to the power 1. How much? 2 to the power 0 is 1 and 2 to the power 1 is 2. So this value is 3. Similarly, okay, what I can do, I can just remove last 3 and for the last 3 I am putting 3 ones, 1 1 1, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, if I am putting 3 ones, what will be the value? The value will be 2 to, okay, just wait, yes, 2 to the power 0 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 2. So what is the value? 2 to the power 0 is 1 plus 2 plus 2 to the power 2 is 4. So the value is 4 plus 2 is equals to 6 plus 1, that is 7. So if I put these 3 value as 1 and rest others as 0, so the decimal value will be 7. Similarly, just go in this way, you can just practice in your copy. And I'm just going to the last, I'm jumping to the last part. So if I put every one as 1, 4 ones, 5 6 7 8, what will be the value? Just add everything. 2 to the power 7 plus 2 to the power 6 plus 2 to the power 5 till plus 2 to the power 0. So the value will be, I think, 250, maybe 255 or 256. I am getting confused. Okay, you can just check, it will be either 256 or 255. Okay, I am just getting confused. You guys go and check, and I'm so sorry for this. This value will be 256 or maybe 255. Okay, so this is one thing. So if I tell this value will be 192, I want this final decimal value should be 192. So in which place I need to put 1? You guys just check. First check 2 to the power 7. What is the value of 2 to the power 7? So I am just calculating. Give me a minute. You guys can calculate also. So the value of 2 to the power 7, it is 128. Okay, so this value is, let me write the value also, it will be helpful. 2 to the power 7 is 128. Okay, similarly 2 to the power 6 is half of this, that is called 64. So if I am saying I need 192, if you add 128 plus 64, how much you are getting? Just calculate. 1 and 6 plus 2 is 8. Yes, I am getting 192. So what will be my answer in binary? In binary, my answer will be first 2 bits I am taking as 1, rest others are zeros. Okay, now I hope you understood this thing. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, This will be my binary value as if I want 192. Okay, I hope you understood this concept, how to calculate these values. Now I am just clearing this entire thing, and let's get back to our IP. Delete. Yes. Now I am just going up. So now just think, we have 197. I am getting, if I put 1 here, where is my pen? Yes. If I put 1 here and 1 here, I am getting 192. How much needed more? I got 192. I require 197. Okay. So 5 more is required. 5 more. If I put 1 here, how much? 2 to the power 0, that is called 1. I am getting 1. If I put one more 1 here, it will be what I can say, it will be 2 to the power 1, that is called 2. I am getting here 2. So if I put one more 1 here, it is called 2 to the power 2, that is 4. So 4 plus 2 is plus 1, that is 7, but we require only 5. So I will put a 0 here. I am just removing this. I am erasing this part and erasing this part also. So I need to put 1 here and 1 here. Rest everything will be 0, 0, 0. Let me show you how I just calculated. So for this place, let me change color. For this place I got 2 to the power 0. For this place I got 2 to the power 1. For this place I got 2 to the power 2. Sorry, this place is 0, so I got nothing here in this middle one. I don't. Okay, where is my eraser? Yes. So this place is actually 0. And finally here I got 2 to the power 7, and here I got 2 to the power 6. Now if you add everything, you will get 197 finally. Okay. Similarly, you can just calculate and tell me what are the values for 10. So I want 10. How I can get 10? So here if I put 2 to the power 0, this will give me 1. And if I put here 2 to the power 1, that will give me 2. And if I put here 2 to the power 2, it will give me somewhere around 2 to the power. This is 4 plus 2, that is 7. 3 more I need. If I go further, I can go 2 to the power 3. So 2 to the power 3 is 8, isn't it? So for 10, I can just get this and this. So this two part will be 1. So let me put, first value is not required. I need here 1, and I can put here 1. Rest others are 0. I am just putting 0, 0, 0 and 0 and 0, and this is also 0. Okay. So this value also I got. Now what is the question next? Next everything is 0. So I can just freely put everywhere 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and again 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Alright, so this is my IP, and in this way only my IP is saved inside my computer. There is nothing like 197. Okay, I am just erasing this part. Alright, so this was my question. This is IP given, and I need to break it into, let me give a box, and I'm creating this in blue color or maybe black. Okay, I can just freely draw. This is my question. Okay, I need to divide my network into 4 networks that can accommodate this much computers. So just step by step. So this is a C class IP. In C class IP, we just put /24. /24 means to first 24 bits is attached, or I can say allocated to network. This is 8 bits. Again this is 8 bits. Again this is 8 bits. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals to 24. So here in C class IP, 24 bits are allocated to network. We cannot change them. So only we can change in host bits. These are called network bits. Let me write. So I have to change only in host bits. Remember one thing, in place of C class IP here, if you will get a B class IP, so the CIDR will be /16. So you can only change this part as well as this part. 16 host bits you are getting, so that you can change. But here we have only C class IP, so we can change only in this part, okay, for our subnetting. So let me now do step by step. I'm writing my IP again. So step 1, my IP is 197.10.0.0. This is my IP having /24. Okay. Now I am expanding this one because I need to change this. So I can write 8 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now just go to the question and see what is the maximum number of computers we need to allocate. So here we need 20, here we need 30, here we need 40. So the maximum number is 50. Now you have to match one condition. So let me tell you, I am going down. So the condition is the maximum number of hosts or computers, okay, that should be lesser than or equals to one formula that is called 2n minus 2. Okay. Why minus 2? N is n you can take starting from 0 till any value, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything. Okay. Why 2? Because in a network it is a convention that first IP in the network cannot be used. It is called network ID, and the last IP of that network is called broadcast IP. Let me write broadcast IP. Okay, these two cannot be used, so I am doing here minus 2. Okay, now I hope you have understood. I am just removing this part as well as this part. Okay, now I need to check. So how I can check? Suppose I am giving n value as 0. So what will be the value? 2 to the power 0 is 1. 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So this value is not satisfied. If I take n equals to 1, so 2 to the power 1, that is 2. 2 minus 2 is equals to 0, that is not satisfied. If I take n equals to 2, so 2 to the power 2 equals to 4, this value is not satisfied again. Then if I take n equals to 3, okay, oh god, my handwriting is so bad. I am taking 3. So 2 to the power 3 is 8. Again this value is not satisfied. If I take n equals to 4, so I think this will be, this is not 8. 8 minus 2, that is called 6. So n equals to 4. So 2 to the power 4 is, I think, 16. 16 minus 2, that is called 14. And if I take n equals to 5, so 2 to the power 5 is, I think, 32. 32 minus 2, that is 30. So finally if I take n equals to, oh god, n equals to 6, I am getting 2 to the power 6 equals to, I think, 64. 64 minus 2, I am getting 62. Now finally this condition is satisfied because 62 is greater than equals to 50. Okay, this is value you have to first make satisfied. So here you got the n value is 6. Now what you have to do, just from right side here in this binary number from right side, from this side. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to keep this part this side and you have to make others as 1. So what will be the next step? Let me write in black color. In the next step I am writing the rest is in decimal 197.10.0 dot. This part I am making as 1. See here, 1 1, and I can just put a dot 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 dot. Why it's not happening? Okay, I tried. Okay, rest others are 0. How many 6 are there? Sorry, how many zeros are there? 6 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So now you just calculate this decimal value. So this value is 2 to the power 7, that is called 128, plus this value is called 2 to the power 6, that is 64. Finally you got 192. So in the next step you can write it as 197. Okay, let me just scroll down. Yes, I can write 197.10.0.192. and what will be the subnet mask? So normally in the C class, as the question was given, so the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. So this is the default subnet mask of C class IP, and now it is subnetted. So for this the subnet mask will be subnet mask will be 255.255.255.192. okay, this is one thing you got in the second step. Now finally what you can do, here you can see the CIDR was 24, and I told you 24 means first 24 bits is for only network. And in the second step, let me change the color. In the second step we have made these 2 bits from host side and allocated to network by making it as 1. So this 24 will be now 26 because 2 bits have been added in the network side. So now I can finally write not subnet mask, the CIDR was /24, right? So it was something like /24. Now it will not be /24, it will be /26. okay, so now my subnetting is done. So this is the subnetted value, and now we have to just divide the network. How to divide? So when n was 6, we got the value as 64, right? When n was 6, the total value was 64. But how many hosts can added? Host can added only 62 because 2 IPs cannot be allocated. But in total we are getting 64 IPs. From 64 IPs we can only use 62. 62 are usable IP. So we need to add 64 with them. Okay. So I have to add in one place I need 50 computers, in one place I need 40 computers, in one place I need 30 computers, and in one place I need 20 computers. So this will be my, let me write, this will be my subnet 1, this will be my subnet 2, this will be my subnet 3, and this will be my subnet 4. So what will be the range? Let's calculate. Just add 64 with everything. So the first range will be starting from, okay, let me write in orange color. So starting from 197.10.0.0/26. If I add 64, it will be ranging till 197.10.0.64/26. So this is my first network range. Then if I add 64 more, then I will be getting 197.10.0.128. Let me write 128. So starting from this till this /26, this will be my second network. This range 64 starting from, so 64 is the end, this was the end, so it will be starting from 65, it will be starting from 65 till 128. Okay, and similarly if I add 64 more here, so what will be the value? The value should be 197.10.0. I think if I add 64, it will be 192. So this ended at 128, so it will start from 129, from starting from 129 till 192. So this will be my third network. And how many computers this can accommodate? This can accommodate 62 computers, this can accommodate 62 computers, and also this can accommodate 62 computers. But we have only requirement 50, so only 12 IPs will be wasted here. Here we have around 22 IPs will be wasted in this place, and here around 32 IPs will be wasted. So we can add some more hosts there also later. So similarly, next if we add here 20, so it ended at 192. So for this class, the IP will start from 197.10.0.193. Just add 20, so it will be ending, I think, 213. 197.10.0.213. So 213 will be the last IP for 20 computers, but this network range lasts till 255. Okay, so this IP will be network ID, as I before told you. In a network or in a sub network, this is the first IP. Let me change the color. This is the first IP. First IP is known as network ID. It cannot be used. And the last IP is for broadcast IP. This range, this will be the first IP. It will not be used, as well as this is the 64. This will not be used. So in between we have starting from 1 till 63. Okay, total 62 computers can be accommodated. 62 computers. Similarly here 62, here also 62, here also some amount of computers can be accommodated. You have to calculate, but 20 computers can be easily accommodated here. So this was the problem, whatever the question I have given. So what was my question? So according to here, we have provided this IP as we have discussed. we can provide this network, and this network here, and all will be /26. This is the subnetted value. And one trick I want to give you, where we have space, yes. So if you are seeing some IP having CIDR, suppose let me write maybe 8, maybe 16, or maybe 24. These IPs you can find, like, these are not subnetted, these are simple network. But instead of this number, if you find something called maybe by 9 or maybe 10, or maybe instead of 16 you may get 17, 18 of, or instead of 24 you may get 30 or like 28. If you find this number in CIDR, you can just simply say they are not belongs to something like A class, B class, C class, D class. They belongs to subnetted IDs. So that is a IP of subnetwork, that is not a IP of network. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the concept of subnetting. I know it's a bit complex, and the video is how much longer? I think how much, let me see. So it's almost around 35 minutes or more. So hope this explanation and this 35 minutes will be helping you guys. So this is the entire thing. Okay, so that's all guys for this video. And one more announcement for you. Okay, what I can do, I can just again increase the size. Okay, I can increase this side. Just let me stretch. Okay, I'm just stretching here. Where is the pointer? Yes. So one quick announcement for you guys. In this channel only, I am coming with entire Python series, complete Python. Okay, entire Python tutorial. And I will be explaining here, starting from very basics till all the advanced I can do. Like, I have also some time constraint, so I will just try to finish complete Python, and I will try to add some advanced use cases and concept as well as programs. Okay, so entire complete Python tutorial will be taking somewhere around maybe 40 or 50 videos. Okay, so every videos will be around 15 to 20 minutes, some more or less maybe, based on the concepts whatever I will be explaining with examples. Okay, so I will be covering all the simple things, how to install Python starting from this point till all the object oriented programming, some examples I will be taking from web development, some from networking, how to create TCP IP, and if you know some other concepts, socket programming, those also I will be adding, and some competitive programming I will try to add, some pattern programming, all those things will be added on the flow. Okay, so this entire series is gonna launch from, let me change color, 1st of July. This is June, I think. Yes, so 1st of July, let me write here. From the 1st of July, this Python series will be starting. Okay, so I hope you guys will like. I'm not a professional, but I'm trying my best to explain you. Okay, hope you guys will come and enjoy the class, as well as it will be helpful if you are a beginner in programming world. Okay, so that's all guys for this video. I'm just increasing the size. If you want, you can just refer this. Okay, and thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed, and I wish you all the very best, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm just taking leave. See you on the 1st July with Python series. Okay, tata and bye bye.